I came out to find this morning. Donnie says he got me dozens of roses. Chocolate roses. How sweet. Thank you, Donnie. We'll go lift your paper off.
Oh, I get to go live. Well, I don't know. I'm just more interested in what's this. Oh my goodness. Look at what she's done. Wow.
Yeah, I took somebody else's idea and made a chocolate bouquet. All of Donnie's favorite chocolates.
That's something special.
Yeah, so you're interested in what's in there, huh?
Yeah, I'm just sort of like looking at that. It's like, my goodness, what am I getting? A calendar? A pin-up calendar for my kid?
Oh. We're exchanging Valentines. It's this 5:51 in the morning, people.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Aw, be my Valentine. It's got lots of mushiness in there. I wrote a book.
A lot of mushy stuff in here. Already yours forever. Happy Valentine's Day, my love kitten. Oh, my pretty girl.
I love you, Donnie. Even at 5:51 in the morning. 5:52 now.
Oh, Mom, you're Superman. That's wonderful.
You are my Superman. Happy Valentine's Day, Donnie.
Thank you.
So Donnie gave me a kiss goodbye. He was folding the laundry a blanket and we touched lips, and that was the most loudest, most painfulest shock I've ever had. So Donnie's kisses this morning for Valentine's Day
were shocking.
They're electrifying.
Oh, electrifying.
That's my deal.
All right, boys, we're way late. Let's go. You know what? It's still spitting out here a little bit of rain. Hi, Ruby. Poor dirty Ruby. Yeah, I got behind this morning because the cats were all over my roses. They had to be stored in the attic stairwell till I come home. Yeah, they smelled that fresh, leafy, outsidesy smell, and they were all over my poor flowers. And then the cat water bowl fountain overflowed. Yeah, so I had to sop up the water and clean out the filter and get that back going. So yeah, it's just been a nice, calm, easygoing, everything going right morning. Not. Well, it's another gray day in the neighborhood. There may be lots of red Valentine's hearts out there today, but the sky's not cooperating. And my goodness, there's been extra traffic on the way in today. It's really been busy. Love you guys. Have a good day. 7:29, so they're just getting in the door before it gets locked this morning. At least I hope they are. And there's one other car pulling up behind me, so I don't feel as bad. I don't ever want them to be late, but you know, we come a long way. It's hard to time it sometimes. I actually have a little bit of a busy day today. First on tap is go to the chiropractor, see Dr. Barnes, get adjusted, hopefully feel good, feel better. And then I got a conference over at the boys' school for Johnny. It's just a yearly review thing, nothing serious. You know, Johnny's a good kid, he doesn't get in trouble, but conference this morning. Then I got an email from Apple that my battery is ready to put in my iPhone 6, and my phone's giving me nothing but trouble. So I really want to get that put in there. Plus, they said they only give you like 5 or 7 days to show up at the store. They give your battery to somebody else unless you call and ask nicely for them to hold it a little longer. So it's already been like 3 days, something like that. So I think I'm going to try to go get that handled. But it's Valentine's Day, and I'm not getting to spend the day with Dawn. Yeah, not happy about that. Just worked out that way. What can you do? Life happens. This isn't exactly the photo I'd like to put up for today, but it'll do. Searching for the one I want on SmugMug over the car network is, yeah, it's slow. So, wish I was home on my computer. I could get the one I want up there pretty quick. But this is one of Johnny's favorite toys from when he was little. These guys are magnetized to a black board, and one of them has a battery in it, and you spin the one and they all spin and you get to rearrange it, and it's just hours of fun. Yep, happy Valentine Day. A little twist up here at the chiropractor's office. If you are looking for proof that spring is about ready to burst here in Raleigh, here's your proof. Some sort of a cherry tree. See the bark? Yeah. Very pretty. For Valentine's Day, Dr. Barnes had strawberry smoothies made with coconut milk and a green protein mix and some stuff. It was really yummy. And a couple of chocolate covered strawberries. Dark chocolate, of course, you know. But wow, that was a really nice treat, especially since I didn't have time for breakfast at the house this morning. So I've got right at about an hour before I have to be over to the school, and it's only about a 20-25 minute drive back over there. So I've got like an extra 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe some Pokemon Go on the way. It's harder to play over here in downtown Raleigh though, a lot more traffic, and don't know the layout of the land as well, but I'm sure I can keep myself busy for a few minutes. Not once have I missed putting gas in the car or stopping at a gas station. Not once. Gas is up to $2.47 this morning. It's a little high. Higher than it has been. Well, it's turned out to be a pretty day after all. I am done with my meeting and headed back to Ruby and then on to Crabtree Valley Mall to get my phone battery replaced. And I'm glad it's sunny now. I need the sun. Alright, it's not a weekend. It's not as crowded. Keep your fingers crossed for me. This goes fast and smooth. Wow, they're having a MeBot program class. I want to go join. Well, that was not a satisfactory service experience in any way, shape, or form. They will not commit to having my phone done before 3 p.m. That's 4 hours from now. Obviously, I've got to pick up the boys before that, and who would want to wait at the mall for 4 hours anyway? And they would not let me create an appointment for a reasonable time, so I'm pretty upset right now. Pretty upset. I called Don to fill him in, and because it's Wednesday and we don't have physical therapy and we don't have Taekwondo, I can come back after I pick up the boys from school and pick up my phone. But I am really feeling upset. Either fix it in a small window of time when I show up, or let me make an appointment so that when I show up, you're ready to fix it. One of the two, I don't care which. But don't tell me I can't make an appointment and then have me show up and tell me it's a drop off and to come back in 4 hours. That's not right. So I'm headed home, but I'm not gonna have a lot of time at the house once I get there because it's 11:30. I'm gonna get there at like 12:15. Gotta leave about 1:15, something like that. So I'll be home about an hour. Yeah, at least I'll get to see Dawn. That's a good thing. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of running around today. Yep, navigation says it's 28 miles and 46 minutes to the house. That's what I figured. It's not a small stretch. I mean, you know, but the Apple Store, they don't care. They don't care. So the guy knew I wasn't happy, right? I mean, it was obvious that I wasn't happy about this whole thing. So he says, well, we'll email you when it's ready in case it's ready early. And I said, well, how about you call me? And he goes, well, we can't do that because it's a computer generated email to the email on the service ticket. So you can't even change the email if it's not the one you really want. Because I could, you know, my problem is my email's not on Johnny's phone. And I really don't want to stick it on Johnny's phone. And well, what about people that don't have a second phone on them like I do? Because everybody's not walking around with their kid's phone while they're at school, just some of us. And it's like they can't change the email and they won't use your phone. But they will gladly send it to the email that you get on the phone of yours that they have. He did tell me I could log in from the store and check if I'd like. You know, really, I would have been okay walking around the mall up until 1:45. That's over 2.5 hours from when I handed them the phone. That would have been no problem. I know it takes a while. I didn't expect it to be a 15-minute thing. I was prepared to go browse around the mall and shop and, you know, eat some lunch, and it would have been fine. But the 4-hour thing, that's what pushed me over the edge. The absolutely we can't fix it while you hang around, you pretty much have to leave and come back. That's what got me upset. Yeah. So even if it is early, unless it's while I'm the short window at the house, which it won't matter anyway, I wouldn't know because I can't receive the notification. Just to add to the reasons of why I'm not happy with Apple right now. Innocent, but he's just had an earful. You guys got to feel sorry for him right now because the poor guy, he didn't do anything, and his wife's come home and she might not be in a good mood. Yeah, so besides the whole Apple Store thing, this dump truck tried to clip off Ruby's right front fender coming down 55 on Holly Springs, and I slammed on the brakes hard enough that the car slid to avoid missing the dump truck, who, because his lane was blocked unbeknownst to me because I couldn't see over him, or I would have nicely let him in, he just put on his turn signal and he just thought he'd move and he never saw me. It's a good thing I was paying attention though. Well, I'm headed to get the boys from school now. I had a little something for lunch, watched our videos with Dawn, and reviewed the dash cam footage from the dump truck incident. And yeah, so our dash cam always makes objects appear a little farther away than they are. So I guess in the video it doesn't look like he was as close as he really was. And also I know that the wheels locked up and I slid a little bit because I applied the brakes so hard, but you can't, that's not really apparent from the video either. It's clear that he's pulling over into my lane, and that I braked pretty hard. You know, everything in the car went down on the floor that was up here around me in the front. Everything, there's nothing in the back, but the couple things I had on the seat, my phone and the camera that I'm recording on and all that stuff went on the floor. Thankfully, nothing's broken. But yeah, I reviewed that footage, and sure enough, he tried to come over in front of me and I slammed on the brake pretty hard. So glad it was just something to talk about and not, you know, anything worse than that. So I'm grateful. Our neighbor now, who has cut down trees and stuff, he's now burning. And next to cutting down trees, the thing that gets me the most upset is when people burned close by and all the smoke comes over into our yard and gets in our house. That's why we have a shredder, chipper shredder, so we don't generate, well, it is gas powered, but it's not anywhere near as much fumes as burning. It's also safer, probably won't burn down the forest, although we are plenty wet right now. But yeah, I mean, if he's just gonna burn for a day or two, no big deal. But if it's gonna be every day for a month, nah, I'm not gonna be happy about that either. So I guess I'm just not having the most happiest days ever. I'm usually in such a good mood, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna work on de-stressing on the way to pick up the boys, and you know, yeah. One last thing before I take off down the road. Came in the house, and you know, I'm trying to send Dawn message from the mall after the whole Apple incident, and you know, Johnny's phone is glitching all the time. Half the screen slides up and it goes nuts, and the other half looks normal. And I had read up about that is might be a loose video display cable. So when I got home, in between grumbling about the Apple Store and saying a few unkind things about the dump truck driver, I asked Don if he would go out and do surgery on Johnny's phone. So he pulled out the screws, and he said yes, he really thought the cable might actually have been loose, And well, guess we'll find out here in a little bit if I use it. I told him if I use it for over 15 minutes and it doesn't do that thing, then I'll consider it fixed. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, we don't want to have to buy a new phone. It's a perfectly good phone. Glad that's not my car. I'm sure it's fine, but just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I'm just nervous. Come on out, Johnny.
I did have it ready to pause.
Yeah, I think it's okay even if it went up the rest of the way. There's my technology boy. You look quite at home there at that big screen, bud. Guess it's more than a screen, huh? It's the whole computer, right?
Yes. It may actually be
All right, I've got my phone back. Of course, the battery's not charged. They don't ship them at a full state, right? But I get it plugged in here. It's got a little charge. And we can head on to the house now. Joey pointed out that this had popped up. Have not seen that before, but I will do as it asks. All right, well, everything did come back after I did the reset. So, cool. Well, I thought I was in for the night, but you know, I'm not. I got home and Don headed out for his run. I'm gonna go up to the walking track and try to get a mile in. He'll probably come jogging past me at some point. I'm in a much better mood now because I got the results of my angiogram and there were no abnormalities and my calcium score was 0. So I can rest assured the pain I'm having on the left side is not related to my heart, which we were already pretty sure of anyway, but that's just really good news. I'm starting out with 5,558 steps. Let's see if I can't pick up 2,000 or 3,000 here. And maybe some good Pokemon. There's Don. Just for me, he's messing up his route. I love you. You can go on your way. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, pretty girl.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh, that's right.
This is what you should do with your sweetie on Valentine's Day. You should work up a sweat exercise.
That's right. That's right.
I now have over 8,000 steps. And Don is going to resume his run back to the house. He's not going to cheat and hop in the car with Ruby and me. Bye, Donnie. I love you. I started to feel like I was getting a blister, and it's not worth that to walk around one more time. Better to stop so that I won't not want to walk again, right? So, all good news. I can continue to work myself out up at Taekwondo and breathe and everything and not have to worry them. So that's all goodness today. I'm in a much better mood now. I like ending the day on a good mood. It's not like me to get quite so worked up, and I'm afraid inside for sure I was really worked up. Hopefully it didn't come through in the video too bad. You probably can't see him, but Don's right back there by those pine trees getting ready to go on the trail back over to the road that leads up to the house. So he makes a circle. He comes through the neighborhood on the first part of his run and he goes on the trail the second part. And yep, these kids are starting to practice for spring baseball. It's 58 degrees here today. Can't fault that. I already recorded this once today, but since I went back out and came back in, 139.4 miles, says I can go 77 more. It's always nice to have just enough juice to make that one last trip to town. All right, this is a flowering quince. And it has quite a bit of flowers on it, and it's getting ready to pop too.
Okay, so Dawn had this great idea to put Elon Musk's favorite movie on for Valentine's Day, Spaceball. None of us have ever seen it, and we're really loving it. But back to more important things, like what chocolate are we having? We're having this wonderful cake from Whole Foods.
Mr. Don, I will break your heart if you don't give me
We
some.
had steak for dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Potatoes. Wow.
And potatoes and sauteed onions, and now we're having chocolate.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate!